Welcome back to the Bros Podcast. It's your boy Shakri.
It's your boy Zoe.
Yes, sir. We back at it for y'all. Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
Man, tired. Got off of work. Man, getting ready for this drive tomorrow. But it's quality. It's family time, so it's worth it.
Yeah, always need that. Always need that for sure. Um, yeah, I'm chilling, bro. I had a smooth day. Nothing crazy. Um, shit, we get straight into it, man. We got some sad news. Um, LSU wide receiver, uh, Kyron Lacy, say passed away. Um, Suicide in his car last night, I believe. Um,
Dang.
so we want to send our prayers out to the family and the team and everybody. And yeah, bro, it's a super sad situation.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like in our what is it? Our neighborhood or background, we never talk about men's health, like mental health,
yeah,
and it's like when we growing up, they just said tough it up, suck it up, but it's a real thing, and it's like you feel for that man's family, that kid. Well, I didn't say a kid. Well, he a kid because we older than him. That
he a
kid's
kid.
family. Yeah, and it's
Dad,
like,
his dad even spoke on it and was like, man, like basically what you saying. Like, it was just too much for him.
yeah,
Man, that shit's sad.
and it's like always seek help. Like don't I feel like, and that's the message. One of the messages in our pod today. Seek help. Like it's help out there. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you feel no less than a person, less than a man, none of that. You going being overwhelmed, go seek help. I mean, it's a different time nowadays, and you got different revenues that you can go to, different programs and stuff. And he pretty much
Yep.
he 19 or something. He almost made it to
He,
what everybody want to make it to.
yeah, and I believe he
Like he
would have
was.
got in there. He was solid. He was solid. He went. So the situation that he had got into, he was speeding, and supposedly we don't know the facts. But
Mhm.
apparently he got into an accident. He was speeding. He left the scene or something like that, and somebody ended up passing away.
Mm.
I saw his attorney speak on it, and his attorney was saying that he had evidence to prove that he was like not guilty, bro. And he was never charged, or just to make that clear, he was never charged. But in the public eye, it was like he was already guilty, you know. And I
Mm.
think that was a part of the reason why he did what he did, just based on like the pressures of social, media, and just how they bombarded him. Because he's just, you know how it is when them cities want to get them big cases when they,
Mm.
see like a big name. So that's what the attorney was saying. It was just like a big, like a big show. And before he even got a chance to take it to, the grand jury, he killed himself, man. So that shit's
Yeah,
sad,
that's
bro.
yeah, that's um yeah. So back to like I was saying earlier, get help. It's like because it's
Yeah,
like they say
got
they say um they used to tell us, yeah, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words never hurt you. No, they do. They really
yeah,
do.
definitely,
As much as you don't
definitely,
admit it, like it does. And
definitely.
we got too many young people taking their life and they not even grown yet. Like
They
you
don't
know,
even get it. They ain't never get to the. I be like, man, we gotta have a mental health episode, bro, because sometimes as young men, when you don't know how to control your or you don't know how to even understand your emotions, bro, it could cause different effects. Like everybody reacts differently, so you never know what somebody could do just based on like all that built up tension of them emotions that you never release.
mm-hmm.
So it's it could get real crazy. It can get
Yeah,
real
and then it's
crazy.
like Like I said, like I told you about my home. Well, I mean, it's kind of different situation, but he killed
Yeah,
two cops, and
yeah.
he used to always speak life and all that stuff. And then he took himself out. And I'm like, dang, like what was going on? I mean, probably he didn't want to go back to prison because he did
Hmm.
like 10. But it's like, damn, bro. But what made you snap like that? And that's why I always like I said, I was working with him 5 years. I got to know him and close to him, so it's like it kind of affected me. And that's why I always
Hmm.
call and check on you, like, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, no time,
Yeah.
people be like, no one really cares. Well, nigga, we go through the same shit. Like, I'm trying to go with you. So it's like, bro. So, that's why I'm taking this trip tomorrow with family, because, like you said, tomorrow ain't promised. So it's just like, you know,
Rest
whenever
in
you
peace
can,
to him.
goddamn.
Rest in peace to him too, bro. Like he had daughters and shit. Sometimes, and that's
Man.
another thing about mental health. And I was talking about your man's. That's the thing when I was like another thing about mental health, how you could just make that decision in a split second because you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. It's just the emotion. You'll get over it, bro. Like I promise. Like,
Yeah.
and there's ways that if you want to get over it quicker, you just it's just certain things that you could do. But they both made those decisions just based in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
like and not thinking about the bigger picture, man. So,
Rest in
man, I
peace to
know
both
it
of
was
them.
rest in peace. I know it was a bad way to. I don't want to say bad, a sad way to start the episode, but we gotta show our respects when something like that happens. 'Cause I don't know where he was from, but he was very close to making it out, you know, and basically already did. Like he was a Giraffe prospect before all of this happened. And you seen
Mm.
situations like this happen, and people still go pro. So
Matter of fact,
like,
our defensive tackle for the Eagles, Jalen Carter, same thing. Like, and however that played out, I guess ain't nothing really go by it. But no,
when
I
you a
know he killed the
dog,
person.
when you a
Yeah,
dog like Jalen though, they was gonna sweep that under the rug for sure.
yeah.
Whatever,
The most they
whatever.
did was his draft stock failed, but it's like
I
okay,
mean, that was good for y'all.
exactly.
And then the Henry Ruggs situation. I feel like he'll
Yo,
be home. He'll be home soon. And I feel like a team probably will give him a chance if he still got it. Like I don't see why
yeah.
not. Like
A Vic had a chance, so that was
yeah,
just. I'm not gonna be
yeah.
what's
And
the
he a
word? Not
quarterback.
empathetic. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be say like I'm empathetic about like dog fighting, but it's like
No, I'm gonna be honest though. Like we said all this, and I
exactly. It's
see I
like
see it on a way bigger scale. But I get it when you're a professional, like how they trying to do Ja right now. It's like
mm,
you can't. There's certain things that you just can't do when you're a pro, like in a program like that, or like in an organization like that. When you the quarterback, you got to be clean. Like even Lamar, he
mm,
clean, even though he hood, he black, he
mm-hmm.
clean. Like LeBron, the cleanest. Like you got to be
Yes,
clean, bro. Like you ain't none of that going on. So yeah, but they definitely made an example out of it. But he's like you said, he came back, bounced back. So shout outs to him. Shout out to Vic too. He the new coach at NSU, the hometown college. So
yes,
shout out to Vic. We gonna definitely check out a few of their games this year for
yeah. I think
sure.
they one of their games they play is it Delaware State, and I think
Oh,
Deshaun
with
Jackson is the
Deshaun.
head coach over there. That shit
Yeah.
gonna be packed.
I don't think that's gonna be out here though. But if it do, yeah, it's gonna go crazy for sure. So let's just stay in college for a second. Um, you know what? I don't really got too many details on this, but Tennessee quarterback, um, I could probably look up his name. Essentially, the coach said that they were moving on from him. Uh,
Mm,
from what I've seen and what I've kind of researched, it has something to do with NIL, and we'll have to speak about that one day too. But um, I'm assuming he was supposed to get more NIL. And I don't know if the coach told him. I don't know. Like we don't know the situation. We'll
mm,
update y'all with details. But so basically, I guess they didn't give him more, and he won't with it. So then his coach said they moving on from him. So
So
how you
what's
feel
your
about
okay?
that?
So well, the NIL is what it's new right now. Like I mean, not
Hmm.
right now, but it's been new for a couple of years, right? So
Hmm.
remember at first, college players didn't get paid. They were just playing, but the
They
coaches and
got
the school
paid.
benefited. I mean, yeah.
Some of
Well, I'm
them
saying
got
like that.
paid for sure,
Yeah, like
but
that Reggie Bush yanks. Yeah.
yeah,
If you
there's
that,
plenty of those
yeah,
stories.
yeah, but it's like now it's out in the open. I would say that, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is it
Hmm.
a way that you market yourself out? You know what I'm saying? Because it sounded to me that's what he did. Like,
Yeah.
let's say they say we're gonna give you 800,000. I know we're gonna give you 500. He like, nah, I need 1 million. Blah blah blah. Because such and such got such and such, and it's like,
Hmm.
you
That's
know,
why, and that's what I heard. Like, and the thing is, I don't. I'm gonna look more into it. I really don't know, but either way, he definitely looked bad. He definitely looked bad.
mm-hmm,
Just based on the situation, is like you doing all of this, you in college, like
exactly.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
Like you
But
could
yeah,
not be
won't
getting
know
paid at all.
exactly.
Like,
Won't know the story. I don't know if he's a pro. I heard he was pretty good. Um, he I don't know. We'll see. And then there ain't too many teams that don't already got a quarterback. Like we talking college. So it's like, where you going? Like, did somebody promise you more? Did somebody say that you could get more? Did the coach say that you supposed to get more? I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I think
But
it's like a. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can get, but it's like when you don't
maybe
have
he feel,
nothing,
yes. There you
it's
go.
like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like you had
Maybe
nothing.
he
So someone throwing, hmm,
maybe he feel like he ain't gonna go pro. So maybe he's trying to get it all now. You know, like I said, we don't know the situation, so it's kind of hard to speculate. But either way, it just don't look good. Like it just don't
it
look too good.
it goes against your character. Like that shows what kind of character you is. Because if it's like we
Hmm.
offering you this and you be like, nah, I'm too good for this. It's like, well, hold up, you
Right.
know.
Right.
So, shit, I was able to offer us that shit back in the day. Shit,
Yeah, exactly.
be like, what? two
Um,
hundred thousand? Shit, you get that?
and them boys getting millions.
Yeah,
Some
but
of
you
them
know, to
getting
us,
millions. The old
500,000 is a
boy,
lot.
yeah, old boy from Utah, AJ, the number one player in the draft class, he got like I think 8 million, 9 million or something to go to Utah. So
Damn.
he ain't even touched the pros yet. And what if you stay there for 1 year? Like you got 8 million, 9 million to go there. That's nuts, bro. Um, so we'll go over to the NFL. We just gotta discuss this. So this could possibly want to be
Hold,
my new
hold on. Do you
team.
want to? I mean, back on the college thing. Do you know
Uh,
any? I mean, how you feel about Shador Sanders slipping? Like,
ooh,
I
man, that's
feel like,
good.
yeah, I feel like because the top pick, they said Cam Ward is better. That's what they say. And then after that, they say you go for the best player available, and
Hmm.
then the rest of the teams either they already have a quarterback or they don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't need it, so they got him fall into the Saints
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah 9-10 I think.
yeah.
So what you think about that? I think it's good for him because like when I watched his pro day, his arm isn't as strong as like let's say I guess Cam Ward per se, but his precision and stuff, I feel like it's better. And I think precision works better in like controlled climate. And you play for the Saints, you play at home. That's what 8 games, and then you
In the
play
dome.
a dome against Atlanta, 2 or 1, something like that. Only
Yeah.
time it's weather is what Tampa Bay and Carolina. So I mean, like they say, like it's a bad thing that he's slipping, and I always say it's not when you get drafted, it's where you get drafted. Because you can be drafted high and be at a shitty team, and you know,
Yeah. I feel
so,
like Shador gonna do his thing regardless. And whatever God got
mm,
planned is gonna happen. But I do feel like they hating on him. Cause it's like
yeah,
the pro day is cool, I get it. But like have we ever saw him not make a throw because of his arm strength wasn't there. Like
Exactly.
we seen tape from him from high school all the way up into the two programs that he played in college, and he changed both of them around. He
Exactly.
they were saying that like a lot of his film is uh back at the line of scrimmage throws. Like I've seen him throw the ball up the field. I've seen him stand in the pocket, win games. I'm confused. He's confident. He has everything that you would want. Like so, in my opinion, I just feel like it's people just still hating on him because they hated on his dad or something, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like how did this randomly happen? Like it was happening before his pro day. It's like now I don't know. It's just odd, but wherever he goes, I know for sure he'll be a pro, a solid pro. And Cam Ward, they
Mm.
both solid. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take nothing away from Cam either. They both are successful. They both train together. So I feel like they both gonna be solid. I feel like Cam is more like Steve McNair, um,
Mm-hmm.
and Shador is more in the
Like Drew
pocket.
Brees.
Exactly. He gonna toss that motherfucker, and he trying
Mm-hmm.
to throw the ball. Not saying Cam not, but Cam gonna get out, move around. He might make some throws because he does have a like more arm strength, but he's a bigger guy. So like, I mean, that plays a part. But I don't
Yeah.
feel like Shador's arm is weak. It might Cam might have a stronger arm, but Shador's arm is no issue with it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out Shador. I know he's gonna be successful. He's probably gonna still go top 10. We don't know. I don't know. Like you can't be mad at a team for like a team like the Browns. Like they got enough going on. They're trying to make sure they get somebody solid. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand if they go and get somebody else. I get it. Even if you like I can understand whatever happens, but regardless of what happens, Shador is a good quarterback. Just because he doesn't go top whatever, even though he probably will, he's still like he's gonna be successful in the league. Like I'm willing to bet on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like you said, it came out of nowhere, and I think people were saying like Dion was cocky, but I guess on film it shows why he's cocky. They still had doubts about Shador because it's like when they play, I guess top
Oregon.
teams. I guess yeah, like he didn't. I ain't gonna say he didn't show up because the offensive line was horrible, and he ain't like the best athlete per se. Like he more of a pocket passer, but you know they look at him. Oh, he's black. He got to be able to run. Blah 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 like that. And that's just not him. He can move. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna take off like you know
That's
how
not his
most
thing. That's not his
exactly.
thing, bro.
So
He
I
still was
mean
throwing all them yards and all them touchdowns with a subpar line, and they
exactly.
did win a couple of those big games. So like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he's somebody that's gonna only get better. He's smart. Like he can learn the game. Like I just know he's gonna be successful, bro. Him and Cam and Travis. Like I know for sure
I
they're
feel
all gonna be
like
solid.
Shador is the adult, but he's a rookie. You get what I'm saying? Like he ain't gonna be immature. He's gonna be an adult. I mean, you can say that based on because Coach Prime like be
Prime
this
got
way.
them right.
Got him
Prime got
right.
them.
So it's like
We ain't never really seen him in no female drama. But I see
yeah.
what you mean though. He just more mature. He's a little bit more polished. And that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, Cam got the strong arm. Cam kind of did the same thing. He been to a few different schools. You can't mix with either one of them. It's just
Mm-hmm.
all about what you like. But like
Exactly.
the whole thing where they're trying to make it like Shador's stock is falling, I don't believe that.
Yeah. I mean, good luck to both them quarterbacks because I mean, in this draft, when the draft, the 30th, I think.
Yeah, it's this month for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So we'll probably cover that too.
Yeah,
And one of the
that should be
podcasts
fun.
going towards it.
That should
All right. So
definitely
you
be
say you want to
fun.
go to the NFL?
Yeah, let's go to the NFL. That was good. I got something else for you too. At the end of this, you gonna love this. We might come
Okay.
back to it, but the Steelers quarterback situation. So they got Aaron Rodgers on the helm. He's a free agent, so he's just kicking it, chilling, just trying to figure out what's going on. The Steelers don't have quarterback. They got two solid receivers and Pickett and DK over there now.
Solid
They
defense.
don't solid defense. The Steelers is the Steelers. They don't have a quarterback. What you think about this situation? Do you think that they're actually waiting? It seems like news is trying to make it report as if they're waiting on Aaron Rodgers um to respond. I don't really know how. I don't know. But just the situation overall to not have a quarterback right now. How you feel
What
about that?
I feel like they botched the whole thing with Russell Wilson and what's my
Justin
man
Fields.
Justin
Mm-hmm.
Fields. Usually at least got one of them. They
Yep.
both was winning. When they was playing. The whole waiting on Aaron Rodgers. I don't think like as you as the players were like, what you wait for you for? Like we the Steelers, they got that prestige. It's like, but then I seen draft people say something about they might try to move up and take Shador before somebody else do. Or I also seen Tomlin. I think he was in a interview before because I think they picking 19th or something. I think the
Yeah.
Steelers picking 19th. I think they picking later. And there was like Tomlin was like, we was gonna draft Jalen Hurts, but the Eagles got him first. And everybody keeps saying that what's your boy from Alabama, Melrose? He's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts, so they might pick him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's
He'll
the option if
definitely
he's
be
there.
there. Yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
there.
So and I think he's one of them quarterbacks that need like the discipline, the structure that Tomlin provides and stuff. And Mike Tomlin,
Yeah.
he has all that. So I mean, yeah, I feel like the Steelers messed up. I think they never had a plan B after Big Ben left. Like most quarterbacks, like you might have a quarterback, but then you either draft or you have somebody to replace them. Kind of
They
like
ain't had
same thing
nobody.
with they ain't have
They ain't,
nobody.
they ain't had
So
nobody
like with
since
Brett Favre, they
Right.
drafted Aaron Rodgers. With Aaron Rodgers, they drafted Jordan
Jordan
Love.
Love. Yeah.
Even with
Green
Tom Brady
Bay.
with the Patriots,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They did all right too.
they had Tom and they drafted Garoppolo. I mean, he was
Mm-hmm.
solid, but you always had someone to uh, take the reign
Green
and never be in a
Green Bay does excellent. I
yeah.
think Green Bay's done the best with the quarterback thing. Um, I'm trying to think of any other. Yeah,
Like even with
Green
your
Bay had
Cowboys,
who?
follow me. So
All right,
I forgot
I'm
y'all one
following.
quarterback, but y'all had a quarterback, and then y'all got Tony Romo. Tony Romo, I think, was undrafted. Tony
He was
Romo ended up
undrafted.
coming, becoming y'all starter. Y'all was relevant again. And then in the middle when
Got
Tony
that.
Romo was getting like back, y'all drafted that. And then y'all had, consistency per se. Y'all just went like bums up this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and so it's like it's always having that next person. Even with
Ready to go.
ready to go. And then now y'all traded y'all fifth pick to the Patriots for that the quarterback Milton
Mm-hmm.
or something. They
Mm-hmm.
say he's solid. I saw him in one of the Patriots last game. He was, and I was like, if that get injured, it might be all the same thing. So,
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that about to get traded. Honestly,
but to who?
Steelers, maybe Raiders.
I mean, but remember, he has a no trade
No
clause,
trade.
so you have to talk to him. Like, hey, we want to trade you to such and such, and
You think he want to stay in Dallas?
I think he likes the perks that come with being in Dallas, if that makes sense. Like the
Yeah.
commercials. Like I never seen someone in so many commercials and you ain't one shit. Like what you doing? Like it's crazy. It's like, bro.
Dallas Cowboys
Yeah.
quarterback. That's what you get.
It's crazy. And it's like he ain't won nothing. He ain't been to a conference championship game and like it's just crazy. But Dallas, treat their quarterback a certain way. So I mean,
Yeah.
but could I see him playing like let's say if goddamn I can't even think of a team right now that need a quarterback that he'll say yes to. I was gonna say the Vikings, but I think the Vikings is really high on a rookie. Well, he ain't a rookie no more, but it's,
JJ.
McCarthy. Yeah, they high on him. So it's like,
No, he'll
where you
still
going
be
there?
considered a rookie because they did the same thing with I think Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
yeah, I
yeah,
can't think of another team per se, unless they do something crazy and trade him to the Niners for Brock Purdy or some shit. I mean, I
Tennessee.
don't know. But Tennessee
Yeah,
picking the first pick, so you gonna trade for that, and you picking Cam? He's cheaper. He's younger. You see the upside with him more. We see what Dak is. Dak is fringe top
what if
15
what if
quarterback.
you trade that to try to get Shador and then bring Prime over with?
So what? What team?
One of them.
Oh, to the Cowboys. Like get Shador to the Cowboys.
What they'll do is let's say like who top three? I can't even remember right now. Let's say they
It's
pick.
Tennessee, Cleveland,
Uh
and the Patriots.
oh well Cleveland. I don't see them doing that though. Never mind.
Nah.
But yeah, one of them teams. And let's say Shador is just still there on the seventh pick, and Dallas. Okay, let's go ahead and grab him. Let's see if this whoever the team is need a quarterback. They trade for that. They got something they could, and then they draft Shador, or they
That's
like
possible.
they. Yeah, I can see something like I feel like something like that gonna happen with one of them teams that need a quarterback, like possibly the Steelers. They're gonna try to maybe trade up, or
Mm,
one of the teams that's in the top 10 who don't need a quarterback, maybe they trade back. So
hmm
yeah, that's it's
The
gonna be
problem with
interesting.
that, the problem with that is Jerry Jones isn't that good with like that stuff. Like
Yeah,
if he was like our GM, what is the GM Howie Rose? If he was him, I'd be like, hey, that's crazy. But like Jerry be on some other stuff, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing? But
yeah.
cause they even signed Michael yet? Like they still waiting on that? Like what they gonna do?
No, we supposed to, we had it listed to talk about. Jerry Jones was trying to like not
Backdoor. Yeah, we talked
back.
about that, I believe.
What we did, yeah, like he
Yeah.
trying to backdoor not. Cause that agent is the agent that got Deshaun Watson his deal,
Mm-hmm.
and he like one of the top agents. Jerry is trying to circumvent that guy, bro, because he know he gonna have some spend some money. And Micah made it clear, like even though he visited Micah, and Micah made it clear. He tweeted like, "I'm not doing any business without my agent present." So,
And I want to question with you, right? So
mhm,
when you're an athlete, you hire your agent to give you the best deal, right? Per se,
right,
right? And they always say this thing in NFL: the next person might not even be better than the other person, but he always get paid higher, right?
oh yeah,
But I've
that's how
heard
that
Michael
works.
say, yeah, but I heard Michael say,
He'll
I don't
take
have to be the
he'll
highest.
take,
I don't have to be the highest. So
but
now it's
yeah,
like you got
but that's still see the
you.
whoever running that organization, bro, they don't have enough. Like they have enough, but then they ain't gonna be able to get nobody else essentially. So
That's what I'm
like
saying.
either way, it's a shit show. You got to give him at least 40 million. That's pretty much the rest of the cap, bro. Like
They're gonna
they
be
don't have
signing
any
players from XFL and shit. Like, yo, come here for this and all this
like
stuff.
they always doing because they always do this. They always get in this situation. Like I ain't gonna say always because last time we was in this situation, we won for the most part. Like when we was in a situation like this, when we was stacked with a quarterback, wide receiver, we had like hella people that was paid. It's been a minute since we had something like that. So it's
Mm.
like except for recently where we didn't like do anything at all. So it's gonna be interesting, but I don't really see nothing that could be done that can like make us a contender next year or something like that. So
The only thing I can see is you already paid that, right? You paid
mhm.
CD. Either you pay Michael or you have to trade him, but get a haul. Like you getting hella draft picks. Because right now you got these two players. They say
it
you
would
had
be the
three.
it would be the perfect time to do that now. He be waiting
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like trade him, get all as many draft picks, probably like 7, 8 of them, whatever the case may be, and then you can flip
I
that, get some more draft picks.
I'd rather trade Dak than Michael. And that's why I
Yeah,
was
true.
saying about Dak. Like he, even though he getting picked, like, but I can't say that because that's like that's the quarterback. So it's like you can't just break him and
You need
CD
it.
up. So, but like Micah, like, but if that's what you got to do based on your mistakes, then that's what you got to do. But damn, I wouldn't want nobody else to get Micah. Like, like
Or they can do this. Um, because like I said, that has a no trade clause, so it's like you at his mercy where you gonna send him, and depending on what you get back from somebody else. Plus, he's injury prone and he's older. The reason I say trade Michael, he's younger and he's still on a
you
I
can get
don't
more
say
for him.
yeah, and he on a rookie deal. He ain't as expensive, so it's easy.
Yeah,
It'd be easier to trade him
it's
than
his
that.
first it's his first contract, so it ain't gonna be too
Yeah,
crazy.
so with that, unless homeboy come in showing a preseason or whatever the case may be, oh, we got a guy. Then it probably be like, oh, well, we can win with him. Forget that. We'll take that cap hit, whatever the case may be, trade him to somebody. Like I said, I don't know who. I mean, you have to go. You really have to go to that and be like, hey, where you want to go at? You know what I'm
At the
saying?
end
Like
of
you
the
would
day,
have to.
I feel like, and this is why I said I'm not gonna be rooting for the Cowboys. I feel like that is locked. That is locked in as the quarter. I feel like they made the decision to lock Dak in. Because if that's not the case, why is he still there? Like you could take the cap hit now if you don't want him to be the guy. Fuck it, you made the mistake. Like Jerry already paid him, so I feel like he's. I don't want to say he's stuck with Dak, but we're stuck. Dallas, you're going to be seeing Dak for the next couple of years at the least, unless he's injured again. God forbid. But yeah. So I feel like Dak is going to be the quarterback for the next at least 2 to 3 years. Period, because he paid him.
Mm,
But it's just like now, what are you going to do around him? Because CD, I mean, he can't do it all. There's really no
exactly.
other receivers. Like, I like what they do. I like how Dallas tries to develop the other receivers. That's great. But he does need one more star. So, or at least
I
somebody
think y'all
that's
should bring.
solid.
I think y'all should bring
Who?
back Amari Cooper.
That would be cool, but he don't like that.
Yeah, right.
Remember he called him the great value version of I think Kirk Cousins or something
Yeah,
bad.
better than Kirk Cousins though. Like what the fuck?
I don't know, bro, but it was bad. They got
Damn,
into it, bro.
Kirk
That's why he
Cousins.
got. You see how he got what he got traded for when we traded him? He didn't get traded for
Yeah.
nothing basically because it was a locker room thing. Like you can't once is man, but that would be
Damn.
cool. That would be cool. Like he always been a solid receiver.
I think he's a free agent too. So
I would be surprised. Buffalo probably. I don't know. You
might
saw
resign him.
Buffalo. You saw Buffalo got the other Bosa brother. I think that'll be good for their defense.
Oh, they
They
got
got like the one from the
the
Chargers.
Bosa brother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. So that's gonna be good for their defense for sure.
Mm-hmm. I
That'll be
don't know. He's
solid.
been slipping lately. Like he ain't been
Yeah,
finishing seasons. He's been. I mean, it's better
he's
than what
been
they
injury
had.
prone, but
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Be a new look for him. Fresh start. You got really have something to play for because like playing with the Chargers is like. I mean, they're a good team on paper for sure, but they're not really about to do nothing.
yeah,
You
like
know,
when they talk about Justin Herbert, I'm like, I don't see it. Like I don't.
I feel like he needs a new start too. Honestly, ain't old boy out there one of the hard balls?
Yeah, but it's last year was his first year under him,
Oh,
so
okay, okay. Well, I get before I say
I
that,
give him 2-3 years.
I get because I believe in him for sure. So
Yeah,
I give him a couple years before I say that. Herbert is talented though for sure, but it's just does he have the
do you think
like
he's
what is
top
it?
10 quarterback?
Well, he hasn't won enough to even be considered. So if we talking about just raw talent, maybe.
Yeah, but that's what I don't like when analysts will say, talent wise, he does X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, what is it equipped to?
It doesn't matter. It
Nothing.
doesn't matter.
Nothing. Like,
Because Brady
wow, he
doesn't
can throw a
have
ball.
any of that stuff, and
And
I mean, he's the one. So that should be the perfect example of why the time. That's why I said he hasn't won enough for us to even discuss it. Like, there's nothing to
and then the
talk
way
about.
the way he's lost is like he blew a 28-point lead or something against the
Hmm.
Jaguars, I think, in the playoffs. I'm like, bro, how do you do that?
Well, that's more so of a team thing. But I feel you. There's no way that you like
28-0. That's everybody. Like you turn the
yeah.
ball over, defense
No,
ain't
you
stopping nobody.
yeah.
Like,
He included in it for sure. But like we can't blame Matt Ryan. We can't blame the Super Bowl thing on Matt Ryan. Like
mm.
all of it's not Matt's fault. But that kind of messed up his career. But it all wasn't his fault.
That kind of messed up his. Yeah, because now that's a trivia question on Jeopardy now. Like that shit crazy.
Wow,
I was really watching that game too. You had left out like, oh
I
yeah,
love.
Falcons won this game.
I
Yeah,
love.
you came back with like, yo, Patriots came back. Stop playing. I was like,
I thought you was joking. That always happened with you because the same thing happened with Houston. I meant Duke in Houston.
mm-hmm.
I thought you was joking. Like them niggas really came back and won.
No, I like, came back. I'm like, bro, like, it's
That's
like
nuts.
Lee's not safe no more till like at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, you saw that with Patrick Mahomes in Buffalo.
That's why, like, when they used to talk about when the Eagles played the Chiefs the first time, and it was like, oh, when I guess Jalen Hurts fumbled, and they were like, well, you could have went up, blah blah blah. I'm like, we've seen Patrick Mahomes score in 13 seconds. We've seen him come back from 24. Like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on now. If it was somebody else, I'd probably be like, yeah, you're right. But we seen him do these incredible things, and it's like, nah, it got to be like 10, 15 seconds left. We up by double figures or something.
Yeah, it got
Cause
to be no chance at all.
yeah, like this past Super Bowl, what we did to him, no chance.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just and then even when we're gonna segue into the NBA jank, after we wrap this up, like all them games,
shit, we
they
can go
they
into it now. For real.
okay, well shit, goddamn, we want to go from the top to the bottom, or well the standings right now is OKC 1, Houston 2, Lakers 3, Denver's 4, Clippers 5, T-Wolves 6, and then 7 is the Warriors, 8 is Memphis, and then 9 and 10 is Sacramento and Dallas.
So Lakers T-Wolves first round.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Whoa.
Woo!
Nuggets Clippers that's dangerous. You want to know what's crazy? And this is kind of turned into a rival. The Warriors Grizzlies.
Yeah,
They
it
play
is.
tomorrow. They kind of a
Mm-hmm.
rival now for some reason.
Exactly.
And who gets the home game? Like, is it home on away or is it just like
For who? For Warriors Grizzlies?
play-in? Yeah.
No, okay, so the 7-8 play. So whoever 7 get the home game.
Okay.
So
The
Memphis
Warriors
gotta
get the home game.
go to State. Yeah, so they gotta go to Golden State. And then 9-10. Honestly, I don't really care about 9 and 10, and it sounds terrible because it's like if Dallas was healthy, I'd be like okay, but it's like, and then who really wants to see Sacramento?
How does Phoenix not make the play-in, bro? Like,
I have
what is going on in Phoenix? Like, the Mavericks made the play-in without Kyrie and barely had AD. The Kings make it over Phoenix. They had 3 stars, at the least 2. Like, how do you not make the play-in, bro?
I feel like blow that whole thing up. But I read somewhere, and it might have been a joke. Like they were talking about because Bradley Beal has a no trade clause too.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy. Like what? But
he be bragging about it too.
yeah. And it's the funny thing about it is, I thought when you get traded, your no trade clause is used, right? He got traded from the Wizards to the Suns. So how you still got it? Like, that doesn't make sense.
I think it's like a contract thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying it didn't mean and fitting it no trade. Like you win the trade.
That's true.
Anyway,
Maybe the team accepted it. Like, all
yeah,
right, yeah, he can keep it here.
yeah.
Cause he
So
was
I heard
he was
like
going crazy at DC, and they
they
want
won't
him
want
here.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So um, I heard like they're gonna keep Bradley Beal, but are open to trading Booker and KD, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Well, KD's
But
leaving,
I think yeah.
so
But he's still underneath. He ain't a free agent, but like he can, they got one more year, I think probably. But the
yeah.
reason I see that is because, like I said, Bill has a no trade clause, but you would get more for Booker because he's
But
younger and he's a, what I'm saying, and then KD, that's KD. Somebody's gonna be like, what I'm saying, like whatever with
yeah,
KD.
they was trying to move KD this year, but for sure they
Yeah,
gonna move
and
him
then they
next year
asked
before
him.
he gets.
He didn't
Yeah.
even have a no trade clause, and they asked him. He was like, "No, I want to stay here." Blah blah blah. Okay. I think they messed up when that year they went to the finals. They pretty much traded Chris Paul for Bradley Beal. I would have
Hmm.
kept Chris Paul and just had, got, Durant. Because then everybody know they position. Like, everybody know what to do. At one point, they had Devin Booker playing point, Bradley Beal playing point. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, it
And
was
that's
just,
another thing, cause I seen KD yelling at the coach too. So
yeah.
whoever their coach is, like, how do you like? That just don't make no sense that they're not in the play-in. But yeah, they're gonna blow that up for sure. That's gonna be interesting
Mm,
for them to see how that play out next year. I didn't necessarily see them moving Book because he like their future, but
exactly.
the way you put it, if you can get another star, swap them out, maybe just for a new look, maybe maybe that works.
Yeah.
Maybe that works.
Yeah, so, um, so about
So
who the first seed. So like I said, we don't really care about Sacramento and Dallas. No offense to them, but it's like
no,
I'm just gonna assume
it's gonna be the Grizzlies and the Warriors that come out for sure.
that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna assume okay, the Warriors got 7, Grizzlies got 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh Thunder and Grizzlies. That'd be the first matchup. What you think?
Gentleman Sweet
I can see it. Because I feel like
4-1.
the Memphis Grizzlies don't win big games. Like they just don't. I don't know what it is, they just don't.
Ja gonna do his thing. They might have a game where they come out on fire, bro. But they just fouled. They
SGA
showed.
averaging 40.
I mean, who's gonna guard him?
Exactly. Like it's like
Like
yeah, I think it's a
it's
sweep. Maybe
it's
gentleman
just
sweep.
gentleman sweet, bro, all the way, bro.
Uh,
Now
okay,
that second seed Rockets Warriors,
that might be
uh,
something.
that might be maybe 3. That might go 7, maybe 6. 6, maybe 7 more so. But I like the Rockets. Unfortunately, I like the
Really?
Rockets. We might not get Steph in the second round of the playoffs this year, but we'll see. But I don't feel like they have enough as far as the Warriors to compete with the Rockets. In my opinion, they don't have enough athleticism. They just don't have
They
enough.
don't have enough. Yeah. Speaking of the Warriors, I think they were talking about this like when they played out the Clippers. Kamiga ain't playing, and I'm trying to figure out why he's not. And then somebody said something stupid was like, well, Kaminga normally plays the position that Draymond and Jimmy is. But I'm like, y'all already play small anyway. So put Draymond at the 5, put Kaminga at the 4, Jimmy at the 3,
Mm-hmm.
the white boy
What?
Pazitsky at the 2. You got
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you got 6'3". I think since he's 6'3" too. Jimmy 6'7". Kaminga 6'8", 6'9" probably, and Draymond 6'7" or whatever. But he used to
Yeah.
playing bigger people.
And they all don't even have to be on the court at the same time. So it's not like he
Yeah,
has to play, but he wasn't playing at all. So I
he
don't
ain't
know
get
what
no
they're
minutes.
doing. But I tell you what, he gonna be getting minutes against Houston if they make it
He
out.
gonna need to, they gonna need to
That's what I'm
because like
saying.
you said, Houston, like you said, the thing that gets me with them is they inexperience, right? Kind of like with OKC last year. The problem with it is at least OKC had a go-to player. Like SGA was still that dude last year, like he is this year. With Houston, they don't try to do it by committee, right? And most people think it's either Sengun because he's an all-star or Jalen Green because he was a top pick. Both of them solid, but sometimes they go games when it's like, who are you? I saw a game where Jalen Green was like 1 for like 15. And I was like, what? Matter of fact, he cost me. I needed him to score 10 points. He had like 7. Your star player can't be giving you 7 points, bro. Sengun, I think you get too physical with him. It takes him out his comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the experience of Golden State, but then you got the athleticism because Houston, everybody jumping out the building over there. Like, you know, I mean, fans and like it's just like exactly. And Doka got them boys playing, so
that's where the experience will come in for me is with the coaching and the point guard that they got. I feel like he can they should be able to at least get out of the first round at the least. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State get them just based on experience with Jimmy and Draymond and Steph. But I just don't feel like it'll be enough.
But the thing is, I know they said Steph dealing with his hand problem or a thumb on his right hand, I believe. Jimmy with a thigh contusion or something, and then Draymond because he ugly. Nah, I'm playing. Draymond because he hit his head against I think Norman Powell's knee yesterday.
Damn,
so yeah, he came back. He played in the game, so I mean, but yeah, like you said, they're getting old.
The winner of that series get the Lakers. The winner of the Lakers Timberwolves. So I believe whoever wins this Lakers Timberwolves series will win the next round, and will be in the Western Conference Finals. So like this Lakers Timberwolves. Well, we'll get into that. Let's go. So we did.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
Lakers Timberwolves next one.
3 seed. Yeah, 3 seed. Man, I don't know this one.
Who you got?
Well, if LeBron is not, even if LeBron is injured, honestly, I think Luka could just do it all. Yeah, you would need a healthy Bron. I think it goes 7, and I take the Lakers, 7 games.
I feel like because LeBron's one of the smartest players ever, and it's kind of what Dallas did against Minnesota last year, and what Minnesota's starting lineup is Mike Conley, and Jaden McDaniels, your boy, dang, big swole ugly, Randall, and Gobert. The Lakers' weakness is their size. They don't really have no big man per se type stuff. That's what gives them trouble. And it's not like you're giving Gobert the ball on the block, so it's like he's pretty much useless. Jaden Daniels and Ant-Man are the Timberwolves' best defenders. So who do you put on who, right? Do you put Ant-Man on Luka? Yeah. Or do you put Jaden? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, it goes back to what I was telling you. When you play both ends, you drain your energy because, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ant, think about it. Ant has to go out there and score 25, 30. And you got to guard Luka. That's why he got tired against Dallas because he's like, well, I guess I got Kyrie. And he's looking like, bro, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, he's young. And, it, you know, made him tired. LeBron probably guard, maybe he might guard Randall. But he might rest and put what's your boy Vanderbilt or Darren Finney,
we gonna
or Rui. Yeah, Rui. Like so,
we got 3 wings that we could throw at him. So
yeah, so you know, and then Bron can
play the 5 too. So.
Exactly, because Gobert ain't doing nothing. So it's like, so I feel like Timberwolves is overmatched. And then, but on the other end, like who you gonna put on Ant? Because Ant be cooking people, like, and he let you know about it.
And Ant is leading the league right now in 3 pointers made.
Yeah, he had like 7 the other day. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they own his stuff though. Everybody own his stuff, and his strategy is just shooting hella threes. And number 2 is Malik Beasley. So it's Ant Malik and then
We were
Steph.
talking about him too.
Yeah,
We were
Malik,
talking-
right? He
Yeah,
iffy. He got
not
all the way
just
out
that.
there. What?
I
He
guess if the
did something.
Pistons playing, yeah, the Pistons was playing the Bucks, and Malik tried
Mm-hmm.
to shoot a three, and Giannis just palmed this shit right, and was like being
Oh, I
funny
saw
because I
that.
remember,
I saw that.
yeah, and
I
Malik
saw
was
that.
real mad, and I'm like, what you mad about, bro? Like nigga palm your shit, dog. Like I
And
mean,
Giannis was like he was fucking with Fiasco. I respect
yeah, like he was
Giannis,
fucking
man.
with.
I respect
It was
Giannis,
like.
bro.
Me talking about you not like that, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, why you mad? I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. You should have jumped trying to get palm your shit. That's like, damn, not
Yeah,
just block it. Like,
but that's Giannis though. That's like Wendy or somebody. Like it's Giannis.
and then
Like
he was talking trash, right? And then your boy King was like, cause Giannis was like, nigga, I blocked. He blocked. He said he said nigga to Malik, and then King was like, hold on, I didn't know you talk like that. He said nigga. Like, I'm like, bruh. So. That should be, well, if they meet in the playoffs, that should be funny.
yep.
But yeah, back to the Lakers T-Wolves. I just think the Timberwolves have enough, unless somehow Randall give them 25 and 10 or something. But I feel like his
I
best
can see that.
attribute, yeah, but I feel like his best attribute, like LeBron can nullify. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that give LeBron problems is like crafty people, like, you know, speed, but you try to like straight use power, you know, it's Bron. Like, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So who would you say in this series is the key to the Lakers getting a win and the Timberwolves, or the Timberwolves? Like for me on the Lakers,
Okay.
it would probably be I would say mm, maybe LeBron. I feel like LeBron has to show up and be LeBron. Otherwise,
Okay.
maybe they don't win the series. And then for Minnesota, I would say uh, I don't know, maybe just the cast, because I feel like Ant gonna do what he do. I feel like everybody else needs to show up. Like
Mm,
Minnesota needs. I would say Randall, because he's supposed to be his running mate. So I'm gonna go with Randall.
mm.
He
Okay,
need to come with it.
so going back to when I say about don't have enough, right?
Hmm.
And like you said, let's say Luca and Ant cancel each other out. Let's just say Randall and LeBron cancel each other out. Who has the next best player?
Austin Reeves.
Exactly. So it's like he's really the X
Mm-hmm.
factor, because now you know LeBron to sit back and reserve his energy to like the fourth quarter or something and let Luca and Alston cook. So that means he can rebound better, he can pass, whatever the case may be. For Minnesota, honestly, I mean Dante need to come in, do what he do,
Oh,
Nas, but
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
so
That's
Nas
why I
Nas
said.
got to
That's
play
why I said
like
the whole team got they really got to do it by committee, because it's like everybody who normally hoop got to hoop. You know Nas gonna hoop, so you know that. Like you know that, but you don't know if Randall gonna hoop, bro. Like
exactly.
you
For
don't
real,
know.
X Factor, it has to be Rudy. As terrible as that sound, because like I said, the
But
Lakers don't
in
have
what way
size.
though? So what he
Okay,
gonna like?
he
Score?
can't both, but you don't not give him the ball on the block. Like you gotta make the Lakers play him. So if that means throwing lobs and he catching on the easy stuff, so he don't get
Hmm.
played off the court. Because a lot of times, especially against Luka, he like switch and Rudy come out there and it's barbecue chicken every time. But if he's doing something,
They gonna go to that a lot.
yeah, they gonna do that all day. But at the same time, ain't gonna do that same pick and be like, "Yo,
To
Luca, come
Luka.
here." Exactly, to Luca and Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he might do it to LeBron too, cause Ant don't care. But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so Ant he gonna hit Luca with the get past him.
Hmm.
You gotta bring help. Throw that lob to Rudy. Rudy might get 10 points just from lobs. So that's why I say he has to be able to.
You think Ant? You think Ant? Like I don't even think Ant. I ain't gonna say that. It's gonna be an interesting series. This will
And
be interesting
when he
season.
gets past shit, he's looking to score. Like that's just what it is.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. I don't even
he
think
looking to
he's
score.
trying to
Like
pass the rock.
yeah, I
He's
know. I get
trying
what
to
you're saying. Like he looking to score or dunk on you. It's like I get it, but I'm
and I'm
saying
not saying that's a problem, but I'm just saying he don't even play like that. So like he
yeah.
ain't
So,
like
but I'm saying it's
that.
as far as part of the team. Like
He
every great
need to.
scorer.
It would be better to play like that for the team's sake, like for the series. Like, all right, I know I can get my shot. Let me get Rudy involved a little bit so it can open up the game a little bit.
And I
But
think the thing with that is, like I said, the reason I feel like LeBron and Randall cancel out, because like I said, Randall's a powerful, he's a strong, you know what I'm saying? LeBron gonna cancel that shit. Randall really passes the ball well. So he
he
gets
does.
everybody and stuff. But that's if you double team. And LeBron like, no, I don't double team, I got him. Then it's like, Randall might take it as a fist, like, you think you can guard me? I mean, he got about the same size. I mean, so it's like, you score. But, LeBron gonna hold his own. So then now you don't get Dante with the open threes or Mike Conley or Jaden McDaniels or whatever.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting double. And then, so that's why he's also X factor, like you said. He has to show up. So, I mean, I can still go to the Lakers just because it's the Lakers and, TV ratings and all that shit. Like, LeBron's still that. Like, he has to be in the playoffs type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of LeBron, we got a few things to talk about with LeBron.
Oh, man. This.
Bron got he got his
Ken doll.
Shout out to Bron.
Bro.
First,
I
don't think I ever saw this before, bro. Like, I don't think I ever seen this before, dog. Like, I got daughters, so I buy hella dolls and shit. Like, this is just, I think it's a good thing. I mean, I don't know how to look at it as far as in the future, but just from my perspective of like doll babies and shit, my daughter be wanting like male doll babies. Like she want a boy and a girl. Like so it'll be cool to get LeBron. You know what I mean? Like I know it sounds crazy, but it's Bron. That's like that's nuts.
I don't think like you get to actually play with it. I think it's one of those shit you sit on a shelf and you just leave it there.
Oh, like a collector's item or something.
Yeah, because I think Shantae husband Spank Bron fan. Bron Glazer. That's his guy. And he said he getting it. I think it cost $75. And he said he got one of Tupac, one of Biggie, one of somebody else. And he said he gonna put it right beside it and all that stuff. I'm like, so he ain't gonna take out the box. He was like, nope. Which is kind of smart because it might be worth a lot of money, Bron. Or don't pass, something crazy. Yeah. So I get it, but it's just the fact that he has a doll. It's crazy. And then it's funny, right? They put a hat on him, so they ain't trying to show the nigga hairline. Like, bro, you got nigga real. Do the hat come off? That's what I need to know. Do the hat come off?
If it was a real doll, they're gonna have him with different fits and different clothes.
Yeah, like.
That would be cool, man.
Take that hat off and like, God damn, look at this.
No, they can't do it like that. They gotta, cause look, it's so cool, bro. This how I see it from the perspective of, even though my daughter mostly get black dolls, right? But you gotta think about it. Bron about to be in these white households with the little white girls and the little white doll babies, and it's gonna be a black husband. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
It's deeper than just. Like, Bron is different, bro. Like, just think about all the Barbie sales and shit. But if it's just gonna be a collector's item, then I don't know. But that's how I was thinking about it. Like, Bron about to be in everybody's household, bro. Black, white,
for real.
Like
Korean.
Like, oh my god, man, that's awesome. That shit is just crazy.
It is. It just shows like kid coming from Akron. And lived up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? People like to hate on him and stuff like that, but hey, that man's doing this thing for you. Got a son in the league.
You can hate on, bro. He been the man for 20 years in the league. So
I mean, you can say that he be lying all the time, but I mean, everybody lie.
Yeah,
his lines be like over that. I'm like, bro, why? Why would you?
And look, when you catch him in a lie, he get mad. Like, remember when he was on the first page of that one book for like 8 days, and they called him out on it. He got mad.
Hey,
bro, you ain't gonna get away with nothing, bro. This is social media era, bro.
Yeah,
That shit
like
funny.
it's
But yeah,
hilarious. But like as a
eh,
person,
oh
he
yeah, he clean. We was
even
talking
though
about it. He clean.
yeah,
He
even
super
though
clean.
supposedly Drake was like when he used to come to Toronto, Drake had women for him and all this stuff like that. I don't know. I don't
At
know.
the end of the day,
But
I don't really feel like Bron need Drake to get women for him. Like if he did,
fuck
he
no.
had them just cause. Like,
Yeah.
but like
I
just
just
cause
think
Drake
Drake is
trying
butt
to.
hurt.
Yeah, you know how Drake
He
be
bad.
like, but
Petty. Extra light
and
skin.
and he
Shit.
just being extra. Like, yeah, I got the girls for you. Like, Brian probably didn't even ask for that shit. He just probably did it.
Yeah.
Like, but and then you saw when IT was hating on Brian because he came out warming up with his shirt off.
But sure. Why are you mad, Phil?
Yeah,
Like why?
he was hating. That shit was sad,
Like,
bro. You hate to
like
see
bro,
them
why?
haters go out. He really went in like calling them unprofessional and all of that. Like, come on,
I'm like, bro, ain't nobody in the goddamn like what? So my thing is
bro. Yeah,
this. So was it professional when you just swinging on people?
right.
Like,
Because
like,
I was gonna say that because you want to talk professional,
like, bro, your whole team won't professional. What you talking about? Like,
right?
bro,
He had
but the
two
funny thing is,
bodyguards.
yeah, the funny thing is, right, I think one of his bodyguard was Rick Mahorn, right?
Right.
And I think Rick Mahorn was playing with somebody else. And Isaiah Thomas, like, hit him with a 2-piece. This nigga hit Mahorn like he just said, like, he didn't flinch. Like,
He
I was
ate
like,
him.
yo. I was like, he held Isaiah back like he was his child. Like, all right, Phil, sit down. I was like,
You
damn.
heard them players back in the days, they used to smoke cigarettes and shit. Like,
Yeah, doing cocaine and shit and
yeah,
crack
no
rocks
coke.
and
Yeah, all of that. So I'm not surprised. I don't be surprised. Like, I know the league wouldn't be able to. The league had to change that up because the league would have been
hell
gone.
yeah.
It wouldn't be no league. So um before we go any further, right? So let's do so that Thunder. Let's say the Thunder get the Grizzlies, right? Who would
Mm-hmm.
you think? Who would you think for each team would need to show up in order for them to win? Like between if it end up being Thunder Grizzly, and then we'll do the same thing with the Rockets Warriors.
All right, so Thunder Grizzlies, you have like not big threes, but miniature threes.
Mm-hmm.
Go back in the room. You got Shea, Jalen Williams, and Chet against Ja, Bane, and Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Who else on Memphis is gonna step up? Because OKC, you got that boy Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort,
Anybody
Caruso.
can
Yeah,
yeah,
like, and they
right.
know they roll. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you said, I think that's gonna be a sweep, gentleman sweep. I don't see who
Memphis
else
don't have no
on
identity, right? They don't even have a coach.
at all, like at
So I
all.
mean,
You
yeah.
got Ja, like as athletic as Ja is, he's not particularly fast, right? You got Bane. Bane's solid. You know what I'm saying? He can get off of a dub. You know what I'm saying? He's solid, but he got T-Rex arms. And then you got Jackson. Jackson 6'10", 6'11", and it's like he want to be on the perimeter the whole time. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
But he can shoot
Like
it
it's
though. He can shoot it.
yeah, but it's like
But I
sometimes
say this.
get some.
Yeah, I'm with you because he don't be getting enough rebounds. But I say
It's
this.
crazy.
They kind of leave the rim open a little bit so Ja can do his thing. Like I'm trying to
Mm-mm.
remember what game it was, but I watched Ja get some interesting buckets. Like how the way they offenses ran, I don't really feel like they're gonna be able to win like that. That's why I said gentleman sweep. But yeah, you don't really know what what the
Like for
what the
instance, like
Grizzlies.
Ja, like when I say he ain't fast, right? Kind of remind me of a homeboy I know, like Vernon. He swear he
Hmm.
nice in basketball, right? And all that stuff like that. But in my eyes, if you're small, you should be like extra quick, extra fast, right? And he's not. And it's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like even with Mike, when we, you know what I'm saying, Mike is extra crafty with the handle. He can shoot. Like he might not be fast, but he, you know what I'm saying. Nate is
Hmm.
crafty. Quan is like he has speed and you know what I'm saying. When you don't have that and you small, it's like, well, what do you do? And with me, Ja is like he athletic. Like he might have good straight line speed, but his dribbling isn't all that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
He still gotta his ceiling, like he could go higher essentially.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like he need to work on his handle. Like, cause sometimes
Hmm.
I see him. You know how people play 1-on-1, they do a little dribbling stuff, and then you turn and start trying to bat people down. He do that a lot, and I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
why I said some of his buckets were interesting. I'm looking like he don't really have a bad.
Yeah, he
He
don't. Like,
just
it's like
he don't have a bad. He just uses his
that same thing.
athleticism.
See, same thing with Jackson. He don't really have a post up game, and it's like he had like the small people guarding. I'm like, bro, like post him up. He want to take him off the dribble and shit like that,
Hmm.
and so it's just
Yep.
like you said, they have no
Sweet,
identity. So
sweet,
yeah,
sweet.
uh,
And then Houston Warriors. Shit. I feel like for sure if the Warriors gonna win in this postseason at all, they need Steph, and they definitely need Jimmy Butler to show up to all of
mm.
the games. And I mean show up. Like I mean Steph
I
gotta
still feel like
show
that
up
ain't
for
enough. I
it
still
ain't
feel like it ain't
enough.
enough.
But I'm just saying, if it's in order for them to even be in it, they both of them gotta show up. If one of them don't show up, it's over. It's over.
I think it depends on who they play. Like maybe them two showing up will go. Like maybe they might could beat a Houston. Like I said, because
They
the
could beat
experience.
Houston with that. With that, I think they could.
Yeah,
If they
but
both go
like,
for 25 apiece, 30 apiece, they could beat Houston with that. Possibly.
but like if they play like OKC or the Lakers or the Clippers or something like
I don't
that,
know.
nah, that's not enough.
First
And
of
we
all,
just
they
saw it.
not. They well, and you know what? We can't even say. We can't even say that. You. I think well more so what I'm underestimating, and I don't want to say I'm underestimating, not taking into account, is Houston plays very good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Matter
it's
of
gonna
fact,
be
remember
interesting.
your boy Amon Thompson held Steph to like 3 points.
I just thought about that. I was thinking like, wait,
So
who's gonna guard Steph? And then Jimmy can get 30. If Steph ain't getting 30, I mean,
exactly.
so
But
yeah, that.
that's what Kaminga comes in at because Kaminga is so
Hmm.
athletic. He can because like I said, Jimmy's older, stuff like that. He can somewhat at least give him another 15, 20. That's why I
Yeah.
say we look at Golden State. Who they top three? You say Steph, Jimmy. Do you count Draymond? I mean, defensively, yeah. But hell, James Harden and Kawhi was cooking him on Sunday. We gonna get into that too. Um, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
Mm.
who's a three? It seems like everybody has a three. OKC, SGA, Jalen, Chet, um, Houston. You could say Jalen, Sangu. That third person, me personally, I feel like is that Thompson kid because he can do everything. Like I've seen him have
Right.
like seven.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I say
Right.
him. Lakers,
It's
LeBron.
interchangeable though, but you can go. You can
Yeah,
go
it's
there.
interchangeable. Like you don't know who it is, but it's like you just think it's him because like I seen him have like triple doubles, like but it's like simple, just off
Hmm.
athleticism and effort. His jump shot ain't practically there yet, but when that shit come, he gonna be a problem.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
he can grow.
yeah, for real, his jump shot come, he probably be the best player on the team. He work on his hand. Well, his hand a little good now, but like his jump shot come like consistent. He be the best because like the difference between him and Jalen, for one, Thompson's bigger. But he's just as fast. He just as athletic, but he
Hmm.
wants to defend. Like he wants that matchup. Jalen Green, he ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm on offense. I get it, bro. But that's what I say. That Thompson kid, he like maybe 2 years. That's his team. And then maybe him and Jalen can get along, or maybe they can't. I don't know how his ego might take it, but
Houston gonna get rid of him. That's
probably.
what I tell you. Watch.
If Adoka the head coach, because Adoka he referenced defense over anything. So
Yeah,
he's like, I got this guy that's six.
yeah, yeah. If
He's
he, if
6'7".
Udoka is still there, then they gonna keep that team together. But
Yeah,
if
so
not, he's out of there.
but so that's that. The Lakers, like I said, LeBron, Luca, AK 46. What was his name? AR
Hmm.
17. That's what they call him. 15, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, you can sit with Denver, Jokic, Murray. I'm leaning more to Gordon than Michael Porter because Michael Porter be disappearing sometimes. But yeah, the Clippers with Harden, Kawhi, and Powell. Well, shit, Harden, Kawhi, Zubac, you know what I'm saying? Zubac's like, it's an argument. He a top 5 center. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a top 5 center, so it's like,
this season,
you know. So I mean,
he's different.
So yeah, so you know, everybody got like they 3, 2.5 like that, and then like it's just like I just feel like Memphis got the weaker one outside of Golden State.
Speaking of that Nuggets and Clippers, who you got winning that one? Shit, because that's one of
my heart says the Clippers. Series. I feel like we owe them one for that shit in the bubble.
Shit, with the healthy Kawhi, the way y'all playing right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
I can see y'all getting them in 7.
And then,
sure.
Yeah, like you said, they don't. Either. Exactly, they got a rookie guy, so it's like, and I think the thing is, so like our keys to winning per se. So I feel like they're gonna put Aaron Gordon on Kawhi, put your boy Braun, the white boy, on Harden, but the way Harden playing, Harden's still getting past people, and so
yeah, he's unguardable.
You know, yeah, and they don't have no bench like they used to have. Like they used to have a good bench. They don't have that no more. And with Jokic gonna get Jokic stuff. Denver.
Okay.
The Nuggets. Jokic gonna do Jokic stuff. But Zubac normally plays some really good. Like he made some work. Don't put it like that. And it ain't no longer like like Zubac, plays defense and stuff like that. But Jokic got the guard Zubac. That's like, now you doing energy that you normally think you need to and stuff like that. So that's why I say it leads towards us. It should be interesting because, Westbrook on the Nuggets too, so he might have something to prove against the Clippers, But I also think that might be a detriment because, Russell is overly emotional, stuff like that, doing dumb stuff.
He was a part of the reason why they fired the coach too. Because they was trying to.
But I heard that was like
a young boy.
Yeah, but I also heard like some of them players won't like discipline enough, and they say a lot of things. Like Russ is a lot of things, but he holds people accountable. So the coach is like, "We're gonna watch film." They say the players don't watch film. Like they make it seem like they won that championship, and they like, "I don't gotta do nothing else. I got a championship." Russ like, "No, I need to get a championship. Watch film. Let's do this." And I guess the coach was like, "Yeah, y'all need to be more like Russ." And they like, "What?" And you know what I'm saying? This is like, and he was like, I think he was, and I guess the preparation for each game. Russ goes hard all the time, and a lot of teams. I feel like me personally, it was Michael Porter Jr. That's just me. Like he be playing so lazy sometimes. He just do. Like he be playing so like, what's the word? He play like how
Mike is it's probably in the back of his mind. He don't be trying to get hurt, bro. Because remember, he before he I think he was like a lottery pick, and he ended up getting hurt, and he ended up working his way back into the starting lineup or whatever. But
yeah, but that's behind you though.
No, you're right though. He's somebody that we would have thought would be talked about a lot more. But you never know what you're gonna get from him sometimes either.
And then the fact that
when you play with like a superstar like Jokic and like Jamal Murray, you can kind of get stuck in that role of just being a 10-point, 12-point guy. Yeah.
But the problem is, he was their third option as far as offensively. He give you 15 and he can heat up because he can, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, now it's like, there's no reason you're 6'10" and you're a defensive liability. It's like the thing I used to say with Shaquan when we used to play. I'm like, you jump high on everybody on the team, man. There's no reason why you not getting rebounds or blocking shots. But I'm doing all that. You jump higher than me. I'm like, bro, help a nigga out. Like, and it's like when they ISO him, it's like it's almost as bad as Luka. But Luka's like shorter, but his feet, you know what I'm saying? He like Porter should be like a good defender, at least decent. He's like almost horrible.
Wow.
Like
I never even knew
it's
that.
like bad. Like it's like I always watch. I'm like, damn. And I see one time something happened, and Joker was like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, if Joker saying that, it's like, bro, like Not saying what they call it, the underlay defense. Like I'm gonna stay in front of you, and then you hit me with like not even a bunch of moves. You hit me with like, and then you pass me. It's like, oh, it's like, and Joker ain't trying to get dunked on, so he just like, bro.
I never even
So,
do that. I ain't gonna lie.
bro, just watch his and you be like, what, really? And made it so, yeah, so it makes it bad now because, like I said, they used to have Aaron Gordon because they bench ain't as good as it was, so they have Porter playing in front of Aaron Gordon, bring Aaron Gordon off the bench because Aaron Gordon can like stabilize the offense with the role players, and that's how he be getting his stuff. But they used to play them together, and Aaron Gordon will always guard the better play, the offense play on the other side. So, I mean,
Aaron
it's just like
that Swiss Army knife for him because
yeah,
he might give you 31 games, but he gonna always
exactly.
guard the best wing.
Yeah, so
he gonna do his job.
Yeah, so it's like I guess Joker looking like it's no reason why we should, because Morey is like 6'4", 6'5" point guard, like you know what I'm saying. And then I think Bron, the white boy, he's 6'6" or something, maybe something like that. And then Porter 6'10" and Gordon 6'9". It's like, bro, it should be no reason why, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna take him. We might take him in 6. Honestly,
I can
if Kawhi stay healthy, I can see it because then it's like, let's say Harden and Jokic cancel each other, and then Morey and Kawhi cancel each other. In particular order. Then it's like, well, who got Zubac? Who got Powell? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then also I ain't gonna say it's the remedy of beating Jokic, but his players depend on him per se so much outside of Morey for real that I think LeBron said it.
Playing? I don't even know if Jamal Murray's playing.
They say he should be back. I hope so. If he ain't playing, it's gonna really be bad. But they said the best way to stop Jokic is not really stopping him, it's stopping the Nuggets. And like I said, LeBron said this before. Yeah, LeBron said this before. He was like, people that play ones, yeah, you can do your thing, but like later on, your teammates not in no type of rhythm, so they cold. So when I think we told him before, when Jokic play Embiid, I think the whole thing is, well, Embiid, you got Jokic. Right? So he gonna get his points, get his rebounds, but you don't give him them 8, 10, 11 assists. He might just get 3. And I think his record when he got under 5 assists, it ain't good. Like, ideally he wants to pass the ball. So when you make him a scorer, it's like, okay, I can do it, but it's like, I like getting my teammates involved type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I say with Zubac. We might be like, all right, Zubac, you got him. You know what he's gonna do, but you got him. And then we're going to run with it from there.
You think Zoo will be able to guard him out on the perimeter?
On the perimeter? It ain't like he's Cat or hell, even Embiid on the perimeter. Like, he could do a little something. It ain't fancy. Like, Embiid on the perimeter, he hit you with a jab. Like, he was like a big-ass mellow out there. He like, God damn. Like, Jokic, he do the little pump fake. I mean, he shoot it, contest. But they both slow as shit, so it's like he gonna drive past them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking about more on the block. Like, all right, Zoo, that's your guy. Like, we might come help off of Russ or something, but
that's gonna be the matchup to watch. That Zoo versus Joker, because I feel like they both. But yeah. If I had to pick, I would probably go Clippers. Y'all hot right now. I would say 7, but maybe it could be 6. The Thunder, I'm definitely picking the Thunder and the Rockets. Both of them sweeps. Y'all's probably go 7, and Lakers T-Wolves probably go 7. Yeah, that's mine. That's what I go with.
Okay, so that's the West. Let's go to the East. Before going to the East, let's talk about that Warriors and Clippers game. Huh?
You said what? Warriors Clippers?
I said before. Yeah. So remember, it was like Sunday was like every game was like they was like all playing for their playoff lives. Like if you win, you got a playoff spot. If you don't, you in the play-in, stuff like that. The Warriors Clippers on TV. I happened to see it while looking at it while I was helping my fiance mom move, and I was just like, dang, like this game good. Like you could tell it was a playoff atmosphere, and it was just a good game. And in Golden State, Curry had like 38. Jimmy had 32.
I'm pulling
Harden
it up
had
now.
37, I think. Kawhi
Damn.
had 33. Yeah, bro. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a good game. Zubac had like 20 and 15 or something. Like, it
So the
was a good
Warriors got in the
game.
play-in because I remember Harrison Barnes hit the game winner on them, and then they lost
Yeah.
to y'all. So that's
Yeah.
probably how they got in that play-in situation.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all got
So
that.
they was trying to play for their life. They was playing for their life. Like, not really for their life, but, you know, at least they get a week rest.
Do you think y'all would have wanted that play-in spot instead of going against the Nuggets?
No. Because I
Okay.
think, especially with Kawhi's injury, it's like we try to get as much rest as possible.
I see what you're
And I
saying.
think the thing is, Kawhi, like, it don't matter who it is over there. If I'm healthy,
Ooh,
they getting this work. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just,
respect
I think
that.
we talked about it before. Like, when he healthy, it's like, it don't matter who over there. Steph
Yeah,
Curry,
don't.
KD, Clay, LeBron, it don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he never be healthy. So this week gonna help him, if he have any nagging thing or whatever, he help him recover. So when the playoffs start, oh, I'm ready to go. This is what I play for. So,
And with
they,
James
you know,
Harden playing how he playing,
yeah, so it's like, no, we trying to win this so we can chill for this week, you know, go over film, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, Golden State plays tomorrow or today. It's
yeah,
after 12. But
tomorrow.
yeah, they play
Yeah,
on
today.
Sunday. And then they got to play today. Granted, they at home. But like I said, I think Steph with injured hand, Jimmy with his contusion or something, and Draymond, we'll see. But yeah, Clippers was like, nah, we just need to get in the playoffs healthy, and then we're going to go from there. Because Ty Lue always say he never have his team healthy. So he can't know what to do, you know, because someone is injured or whatever. So, nah, I
I
want
say
nobody trying to
this,
play.
y'all. Nope. At the end of the day, y'all the team that everybody trying to avoid. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
like nobody wants to play against a healthy Kawhi, and you still got James Harden playing how he playing. So, and
Mm-hmm.
then the team around y'all, everybody's hooping. I think y'all was on like a win streak or something, if I'm not
Yeah, we
mistaken.
won. We was like 8-1. Kawhi won Player of the Week or something. But like since
Yeah,
Kawhi's played, we're like 18-3 in the last 21 games. So it's
yeah.
like
So nobody want to see y'all right now, and then
not for
especially
real.
a team with no head coach. Um,
Exactly. Like,
so I
hey, if
don't
it gets
know.
swept, if we sweep them, they might blow that whole thing up. They might do it.
I
Like
mean,
because like with Murray's starting to be injury prone. He's still young. They might can get
yeah,
something for him type shit. Um, they stay Porter's off limits. Why? I have no idea. But
he was one of their
him,
lottery picks. I can see him. They
yeah,
starting five. I don't really see outside of Murray. Everybody else is up for grabs though. Murray is up for grabs for sure too. Just like you said, he injury prone.
hmm
Especially like I don't know, he just randomly just started being injury prone. So
yeah. I didn't know where that came from. I was like, what? Like,
yeah. So
like I said, on people, Joker's, you know, untouchable.
so maybe they
Well,
fired him.
depend.
Maybe they fired him on purpose. Now that I think about it, to maybe try to
It's
get
possible.
swept. Cause you know how
Possible.
these owners is. They dirty. They
Yeah.
do
Like
love
they.
conniving shit like that.
Yeah. So, but all right. That's enough for the West. The East. The nine
Yeah, the
ten is
East.
a nine
Bulls
ten is
Heat.
what the Hawk, the Bulls Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And
I
then
guess I want the
Hawks.
Heat to win.
Magic 7, Hawks 8, Bulls 9, Heat 10.
Well, I know they
So
want Orlando in. No one really wants
yeah.
Chicago in. The Heat,
It, I can see the Heat
it might
getting
be
it.
Atlanta.
I really don't care
Cause they
because
always find.
they both gonna lose because one of them get the Cavs and one of them get the Celtics and they not gonna win the
Yeah,
game. So they both gonna
yeah.
go
So
for a zero sweep. But if I had to make a prediction, I would go the Hawks beat the Magic, and then the Magic beat the Heat.
well,
So
if the Magic play the Cavs, they might make that 7 games.
you think so?
They be beating their ass in the regular season,
Matter of
and
fact, I think the Cavs like 3 and I meant 1-3 against the Magic in the regular season.
Yeah, and I
So
think the one they won, I think the boy Pablo didn't play, but yeah, and I think the reason is
oh
because outside of uh, if you think of Cleveland, people think they're a big team. They are, and then they
no
not.
no they're not. They don't play big.
Well, I mean, cause you look at Garland like 5'11" probably, and then you look at Mitchell like 6'1" probably or
Yeah, they
whatever.
got two
But then you
small
got
guards.
yeah, and then you got Hunter, he's like 6'7", but then you got Mobley who's 6'11", maybe 7 feet, and then you got what's his name in the back? Dang,
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? The Afro guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dang,
know who
what's
you're
his
talking about.
name?
That was with Brooklyn. I can't think of it. Allen.
Yeah, Allen. Yeah, Jared
Yeah,
Allen.
Allen.
He like
Yeah,
6'9", 6'10" type. But then you
yeah.
go Orlando, like Pablo
Everybody, yeah,
6'10", France
everybody.
6'10", they
Yeah.
still a 6'10", and then they shooting guard is what, Pope, but they can switch that out and put
No, yeah,
they a
they got
big team. So it's
yeah.
like, oh, they just young. That's just what it is. They just young. So they'll give Cleveland problems. Um so
Cleveland, I still see a sweep. But it would be cool, but Cleveland the number one seed. Like, even though they didn't lost to them, I don't know. I would love for it to be an interesting series though. But
yeah.
I still think 4-0. I don't even I don't know. I just feel like who
Cleveland
coaching
has more
them?
weapons. I say that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Like
got
what
wings.
Orlando, yeah, Orlando just got Pablo in France. Cleveland
Hmm.
got Mitchell. Your boy Mobley, he like a young KG, like not as
Hmm.
skilled per se, but he can get there. They got Garland, you know what I'm saying? Hunter gave you like 15. So they just have more weapons.
They
And
got scores off the bench too. They got a lot.
yeah. Yeah,
They
so
got
it's
a
like
lot.
that would just be it. But if you just off face value, they gonna give them some problems. And I'm with you. Boston gonna sweep whoever the hell they play, unless
They
they
don't
just come
even
to the
really
game
matter.
not really caring. Like, all right, Phil. Like,
Really, the games, the series in the East, the Pacers and Bucks should be good.
yeah.
Definitely the Knicks and Pistons should be good. I like the
Mm-hmm.
Pistons in 7 with my heart, but with my mind, I say Knicks 4-2. Pacers, Bucks. I don't know, but I'm gonna go Giannis in 7. I just feel like Giannis gonna get him out in
Detroit ain't.
clutch
Oh,
time.
yeah. Detroit ain't experienced enough. Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, not yet. But it was cool to get they here. They got the 6 seed. Ain't no playing, so it was cool. It's a great
Yeah.
stepping stone moving forward. But so I would love to see them get it in 7. But I feel like the Knicks should be able to get them in, you know, a gentleman's sweep. Maybe they get 2 games possibly. But you know,
Yeah. Yeah. They don't need to. Most of the matchups people want to see is out west. Like,
yeah.
really.
The West starts
Yeah.
off on fire, except for that second playing game. I don't like all the other games in
I
the
don't.
series. I want to see for sure. Like I want to
Mm-hmm.
see Lakers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Clippers. Um, and then 7 and 8 Warriors, and Grizzlies. I feel like that's who gonna get in. So they should all be good series.
Yeah. Um.
They should
So
all be good. First playing tomorrow, Warriors, Grizzlies. So we'll talk about that whenever that happens. All the other players kind of like,
probably Friday.
yeah. Where it goes, the tournament is from April 15th through April 18th. The playoffs begin on April 19th.
That
So,
Saturday. So
yeah. So, we'll have everything, the brackets fully set by
mm-hmm.
Friday. And
Yeah.
then the playoffs start on Saturday. So, should be cool. Now, I got one
Mm.
thing for you, right? But I'm going to let you sleep on it. And this is going to be for both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is your Mount Rushmore. So that's 4 players
Mm-hmm.
for Duke basketball. And I'm gonna do my
Ooh.
yep, and I'm gonna do my 4 for UNC.
That's crazy because I feel like I know yours, more than I know mine. But
Exactly. It could be whatever your criteria is. So if it's like who meant more to the program, because you could say Kyrie, but he only played like 5 games.
exactly.
Or like for me, I could say like Michael Jordan or Vince Carter, or I can even go back way before then. So like, um, yep, Mount Rushmore for UNC, Mount Rushmore for Duke.
You say you want to sleep on it? You want to do that now? I can do it now. That's what I'm like.
All right,
Oh, we
who
sleep
you
on
got?
it. What you got?
Who
All
you?
right. You want to go for your UNC or you don't know yours yet? That's why you want to sleep on it.
I don't know, man. I
Oh,
just want to, cause I know you be knowing your shit, bro. So, but I don't know my shit like that, so I gotta go look it up. But
I had to look it up.
yeah.
I feel like I can make two of them honestly, but off top, of course you got to put Grant Hill.
Uh-huh.
You got to say Christian Laettner, even though he didn't pan out.
Yep. You gotta
Um,
go Christian. We ain't even
yeah,
talking about NBA. We just saying
yeah,
college.
like I'm talking about college. You got to say JJ because JJ was that dude in college.
Ooh, yep.
Like he was
JJ.
sick.
JJ.
I think people forget how good he was because when he got to league, he got injured. But Jay Williams, like,
Ooh. That's hard. And you ain't even. Yeah, bro. That's really good.
yeah, so like,
I wouldn't
you know,
even know who to throw in there. Like when you bring names like that, damn. Like
yeah.
who I would put like Harrison Barnes or somebody. Like hey,
Harrison, bro.
Ty Lawson, Sean May. Like I gotta go
Rashad
wait.
McCants.
I gotta go back in the days, bro, to match up. Cause you could throw Zion in there. You could throw
Zion.
Austin Rivers. You can go back to man, yeah, I'm gonna
I
sleep
can
on
do,
mine. I'm gonna sleep. I probably
yeah,
do
like,
two. We could probably do two, like all time and then like maybe current. But
yeah.
yeah,
Like I said, I
I'm a
could have threw Kyrie, Zion, Tatum.
mm-hmm.
The dude that played with JJ Sheldon Williams, like he was nice
Oh
in
yeah,
college.
the center. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was nice. Like so, I mean, it's like I can,
Shit, Cooper Flag.
yeah, he
It
might
just
make,
keeps
yeah.
going.
So it's like, yeah, it's. But you say you
That's
can't think
really
of that?
good.
That's crazy.
I would want to come up with the best. Of course, I could go Jordan, Vince, uh,
James
uh,
Worthy, Sean
Worthy.
May.
I
Who else?
That's the thing. Like it might be a nigga like Jason Capel.
Oh
Like
yeah, I think yeah.
niggas probably won't even know who that is, or like Ty Lawson. You could go what
Mm-hmm.
you call it, Kobe White. I'm trying to think of people recently. It hasn't really been anybody that. I mean, Rashad was solid at UNC.
Yeah, he
Rashad
was solid.
McCants.
Yeah, like I
Um,
forgot Elton Brandon Ingram. Like, you know what I'm saying?
y'all
I
got
forgot.
way
Oh
more
yeah, I
pros
forgot.
than us.
I forgot. Your boy Jawari Parker. I like him.
Oh,
Jaleel
Vari.
Okafor.
Ooh, they played on the
I
same
think RJ.
team.
Yeah, I think RJ Barrett went to Duke too. Yeah, he did too.
Yeah,
He
he
played with
did with
Zion.
Zion. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Y'all got hell. Y'all got
so,
way more pros.
well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Nut.
can think of. They just didn't pan out as. I mean, you know, you got certain ones that pan out.
No,
Like,
a
they're still
lot of
playing.
them, a lot of them panned out. Like most of our stars didn't become stars. A lot of y'all stars became stars. Like I can't really
Mm-hmm.
think of stuff for back in the days. Like Jordan wasn't even like a superstar in college. Um,
Exactly.
so I mean, man, I would have to do some research. But yeah, that was good. I knew you would be able to come off the top though. That's the funny part. I knew it. I was like, I already know he gonna know some players. So
Nigga,
it's
I'm more
kind of
like
easy
when
because it's Duke.
yeah, it was like but back then we used to play like 2K when they had NCAA. Like I used to
Yeah,
play with the Duke. I mean, they ain't had a name; they just had a number, but you know who it
you
was.
know,
Like
you know him.
yeah,
Yeah,
like so it's like all right.
yeah.
I want to
Oh,
bring
I
that
got
game
one.
back.
I got one for sure. Tyler Hansborough.
That
I
nigga.
know, but that's just when that ain't pan out at all. But Tyler Hansborough. That's
That didn't
one
pan
for
out at all.
that's like the most recent one that I can remember that was like had that shit
On lock.
yeah
I
yeah
hated that playing that. I'm like, bruh.
yeah Tyler for sure, bro. Tyler. I'm gonna come back with some names for you, so for sure you ain't gotta worry, bro. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all we got to discuss tonight. Did you have anything for me?
Nah, I mean, our next episode probably can premiere Friday. I don't know why I'm on
Hmm.
vacation. I mean, I still want to work because I want to put the content out. You know what I'm saying? We all both got, lives and stuff like that. But if I'm up and we ain't doing nothing at the Airbnb, I hit you up like, hey, you trying to do something tonight,
Yeah, we
whatever.
could probably
Um,
if you free one of these nights, you know what I mean,
yeah,
just let me
so I'm
know.
gonna bring my laptop. I'm gonna bring my laptop with me, so just in case. We're gonna do like an all time list. Have some fun with it. We gonna always talk about what's going on now. Have
Hmm.
some fun with it. Like you said, we gonna had a mental like we probably put that with the conspiracy stuff. Um,
Yeah,
and one day we're gonna
that'll
do
be good.
we're gonna do a relationship one because you being the bachelor and I'm a married man and stuff and the point of
Hmm.
views and different stuff. So have some fun with that because maybe some ladies might be watching and want to know like how they feel about certain stuff, and you see point of view from both. So yeah,
That'll be good.
I really like I really want to like keep it going, like not having breaks in the like all right we did this, let's do it again. So that's all I got.
And
But
just to let y'all know, we had a couple episodes that we've been having some technical difficulties with, but this is kind of like our first successful video, episode in a while.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah, yeah, this was cool. Another episode for y'all, man. We out, and we'll see y'all soon.
Later, people.